Today I'm watching Angel, season 4, episode 2. It's crazy to be saying season 4. It's the start of a brand new season. I'm very curious to see where the season is gonna go. I'm typically pretty skeptical of spin-offs, but Angel has proven me very wrong and that they definitely can stand on their own. And in the previous episode, we saw Angel was rescued by Wesley from this, box that he had been put in at the bottom of the ocean from Justine and Connor. Connor was back, but not telling anybody what he did and just pretending that everything was fine. Angel was able to confront him and Connor took off. And it's interesting to see Angel, be a parent and try and process everything, because obviously that's something he thought would never happen. We did have a very brief scene with Cordelia, but it's at the end and it wasn't really anything. No one else was in that scene. It was just her. Lila and Wesley are sleeping together and I'm curious to see where that's gonna go. I don't know who's using who in that situation, or if they're both using each other, but Wesley is still definitely separated from the group. I was hoping, when he brought Angel back, that would kind of, have some moments together, but he leaves right away, so I'm hoping they can fix the relationship, but yeah, I have no idea what that looks like. I'm hoping we don't see Justine's character anymore. Please, no spoilers, but Wesley, basically left her abandoned and, at least freed her from the closet she was living in, which is a whole other conversation. It's interesting to see Wesley's character transition as the seasons go on. I'm also watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you want to watch those reactions, I'm on season 7 of that as well. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, starting off with a flashback. Interesting. But usually it's farther back. Yeah, I'm curious to see whose story this is. 1985. Is this little Cordelia?
Your gift to the school was quite generous. We've already invested a portion of it into the accommodations for Gwen's special needs.
Gwen? Spider-Man? Is this you?
Well, here you go, Gwen. You're finally going to school. Exciting, isn't it?
Is this X-Men school?
You hear me? Be good.
Oh, I can really feel the love from these two.
Now, you must stay away from the other children, of course. But I'm confident you'll learn my other rules very quickly.
Why does she have to stay away? I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go. Yeah, it got real frosty in here. No hug, no nothing, just see you in June. Oh my gosh, no touching? Okay, why is she also dressed like a little lobster? Very monochromatic and this all red and no touching? Okay.
Are you a freak? I don't know.
Just sticks her whole hand in the pudding. This guy's rude.
Gwen!
Oh! She can shock people? Okay. Now the no touching makes a lot more sense. Oh, that poor kid. Yeah, that thing's toasty.
Nuts with the floor polish. Wanted the place to look nice for when the landlord starts showing it.
Yeah, I guess they'd have to clean out her apartment, and they still don't know where she is.
You should have seen the size of the dust bunnies under Cordy's bed. More like dust sperm whales.
Fred.
We will, though. Soon.
Absolutely.
She doesn't believe that, obviously. Yeah, Dennis the ghost can't help. I know he misses Cordy.
He's confused. He needs time, that's all.
Right. Time and some corporal punishment with a large, heavy mallet.
Oh, Fred is mad.
Stuff, Things being where you left them. What happens if you get back and they're not there?
Like when she came back from Pylea. Oh. Wesley's fighting demons on his own. Oh, Angel's there. Okay. Ooh!
Thanks.
That was a clean cut. He's getting better.
Hawkins, back in my car.
running your own game now, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, has Wesley started his own, like, demon hunting business?
No, about the way things went, the way they could have gone. I just want you to know, as far as I'm concerned, we're okay again.
Is he actually apologizing? What is Wesley gonna do, though? Oh.
What's this?
What you came for.
Wesley doesn't seem excited about, you know, being back. Oh, he's been tracking it.
Can't mention any longer. Beyond that, there's a road I couldn't follow. No living thing can.
Does that mean Cordelia's dead? Oh my gosh.
What should I do then? Send her a gift? Sacrifice?
Wesley doesn't seem interested, obviously. Ahaha! Angel's like trying to patch things up and is like, you know, says they're good. It's obviously forgiven him. Like you said, he had a lot of time to think, but Wesley is not having it.
Door was open. Or was a second ago.
Oh, that was a cool effect, though. Oh, God. Why do they always have such long nails? Ugh.
I think it would have happened before now.
She knows, obviously.
You know who I am.
I know you were lost. I know all the lost things.
It's so creepy with, like, this veil and, like, these kind of broken wings as well.
Holy Grail. Jimmy Hoffa.
Lost love.
I don't think she's into your jokes, bud.
You know why I'm here. Who I'm trying to find.
She is far from you, champion, and needs you no longer.
And calls him the champion as well, okay.
Love to keep you, but you have so much more to lose.
Oh my god, that's so creepy. They always do such a good job. Yeah, that's terrifying.
I am a professional. And we professionals don't like taking the bone.
And she stole his watch. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodbye.
Surrealism. Thanks for the drink.
There's a book and a TV show, I believe, called The Power, where the women have this electrical current that runs through their fingertips, so that's what it's reminding me of. It's a really great book. I haven't seen this show, but I really, really like the book.
Scribbled it down out of one of the books.
Nice. The axis is...
Hers looks like a cactus, almost. Boo.
across dimensions.
Entities like...
Cordelia.
Wow.
She's like, when did you become such a great artist?
Auction house. An establishment firmly rooted in the black market. The black market means money. Money means security.
Even the door is like crooked. Oh, she tried.
And armed guards.
Yeah, but if it's an auction house, can't we just, you know, eBay it? How much is it?
$33 million. Say a plan. Okay.
I'm really strong, if that helps.
They're trying.
Charge. Okay, teensy weensy and in charge.
It's amazing the way she stepped up while I was gone.
They didn't have much of a choice, I don't think. Yeah. I like this character of Gwen. I'm hoping she sticks around. Please no spoilers, but yeah, especially since they did such a good job like introducing her backstory and stuff too. It doesn't seem like just a random character, but we'll see where this goes. Oh my.
I just want you to know why I'm going first tonight.
If I let you go at all.
Oh my.
A few things too.
The walls are soundproofed. She did call you impossibly loud.
Oh god.
Lying through your teeth. Wes is so apathetic. Wesley doesn't care.
Oh my.
For what?
Fighting people like you.
Yeah, I'm so curious where his allegiances lie in this.
Need someone who cares, like a big sister or... Hey, Mrs. Robinson.
A role she'd be all too happy to fill. Oh god, she just thinks she's gonna sleep with Connor now too?
It just turns you on knowing I have him.
Shut up, Lila.
Make me.
Oh my.
Damn. This is so much harder than it looks on Batman.
And how did the cameras come back on?
Look out! Tried to warn you.
Oh god. Warns him, but still punches him. I'm really liking this like heist themed episode. It's fun.
We got company.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I asked you first.
What are you, 7?
Tell me.
Here for the Axis.
You're lying.
I'm fibbing. It's lying only classier.
Oh god. Oh, she can manipulate all the lasers. That's really cool.
She? As in she took out the 4 armed guards downstairs?
That's good to know.
So long, handsome.
I like her.
Please. Are you kidding me? Hey there, Denzel.
I'm trying to find.
He's just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond to this.
Don't answer that.
Way to go, Fred.
I just see them like helpless behind this gate as she steals it. Oh god, she's. Oh no! Oh, that's gonna hurt. What? What? Please tell me he's just... What? No, that's not funny. No, we're not doing this. No. 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 Zap him back to life, girl. Come on. Fix it now. Yes. Oh my god, come on. No. Oh my god. Yep. Zap his heart. Come on.
Just like starting a Chevy.
Thank you. Oh my god. I was like, we're not doing this now. Yeah, I don't know what Connor's gonna do now. They kicked out the hotel. I mean, obviously it was well deserved and Lila's just watching him, you know, but he doesn't know anybody in the city. He doesn't have anywhere to go.
Coming to me for help?
You know what I find interesting? The fact that I can smell you and Wesley all over each other.
Ugh, gross. Ugh.
Start making calls. You got an hour.
And these two always have such like an interesting dynamic because there's like so much push and pull. Like they sometimes need each other, sometimes don't, but like they just have access to things that anyone doesn't.
God, I would finally be able to breathe again.
Fred, no one forced this responsibility on you.
Well, who else was gonna do it?
Yeah, exactly. Cordy's not there.
Hold everything up after you left me all alone. You died and left me all alone.
Oh, poor Fred. I feel so bad for her. Obviously, that would be horrifying and traumatic to see him die just like that. And he's back now, but that doesn't mean, like, it was still terrifying. Because she thought he was gone, obviously. And yeah, like, she's taken on so much. Oh, poor Fred.
Nice color.
Okay.
She sees the no reflection. Yeah.
Why are you not toast?
I'm not even warmed up.
Oh, my. Gloves are off, literally. Yeah, time to... he doesn't have a heart, like, it's not alive. So, I mean, he has a heart, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not gonna affect him. Oh! What? She brought his heart back? Oh, my. And now you're trapped. Oh, frick.
Who's beating? It doesn't, does it?
Correct. Until now, yeah.
Is he one of yours?
No, I thought he was yours. What with the tonguing and all?
Oh my.
Bar.
That was just a joke.
Professionals are discreet, young lady. You, on the other hand, are a freak.
That's a trigger word. That's a trigger.
You'll be dead within, whoops. Where does the time go?
Oh my gosh, this guy sucks.
Get down. Now, get low.
Ow, you jackass! You get low.
I don't need to. I don't breathe.
Yeah, he's fine.
I see. Uh-huh. Well, we had the tuna casserole last Thursday.
Oh my goodness, this guy's just like, let me make a call real quick about dinner. As these two are dying slowly.
Hey.
That's one way to do it. Yeah, use science against them.
Like you use it.
Gwen, think about this.
You ever been struck by lightning, Elliot? I've been struck by lightning 14 times.
Oh my god, what?
You know what also attracts lightning? Maggoty little norms like you.
So you're a freak. Boo-hoo. So what?
Angel.
You've already figured out I'm not the poster boy for normal. Sometimes you gotta let go.
And yep, then punches them.
Figures. Anyone that bad at stealing stuff's gotta be doing it for love.
Something, but yeah, between these two. I mean, I know he's trying to find to get Cordy, but there was a little something going on there too.
She was beautiful.
God. There was all this light.
Oh, we actually saw her? Okay.
She's still on my side.
Doesn't mean you miss her any less.
No.
Did they actually like say where she went? Like, I feel like, you know, this higher being.
I get back and I find out that she's gone. I keep thinking, I gotta get Cordy back home.
Yeah, that was his motivation to keep going. Oh.
What are you, deficient?
Okay, she doesn't want to be there. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 4, episode 2. We're just starting this new season, and I really liked this heist episode. We've seen a few heist episodes in previous Angels, which they also mentioned in this episode as well, but they're just fun, and it's just something different, and just kind of adds this, you know, element of, you know, suspense as they're trying to steal this Axis to try and find Cordelia, because obviously they still don't know what happened. We find out Wesley has been kind of tracking her disappearance. You know, he's got these photos and maps, and he thinks that she's still out there somewhere. He thinks she's still, he doesn't say alive, but he says, you know, he doesn't think she's dead. So I'm curious as to how that's going to come into play, because she's clearly not here. He says she's in another dimension, and even when they were kind of having that, you know, debrief at the end where they're talking about it, they're using very vague terms. No one outright says where she is, and we even saw that in the previous season as well. When she disappeared, they're kind of talking around it. They're not really flat out saying where she is. I feel like my interpretation of it is that she's gone to heaven, and maybe that's why they don't want to outright say it, depending on what you believe, and that she's an angel. That's kind of the only thing I can really think of, because again, the terminology that they're using around her, you know, like this joy and warmth and her glowing, like those are typically things that are associated with being an angel. And the fact that, yeah, she's higher up, and like when her and Skip were talking, even higher up, like somewhere nowhere else could go, and even Wesley saying like no living person could be there, which makes me think it's only somewhere you could go if you're dead. And we know the show uses, you know, they choose their wording very intentionally, and I feel like that's what they were trying to imply. And, you know, like I said, when they're sitting there, Angel doesn't seem happy, like he seems sad. He was able to, you know, use the Axis, find out where she is, but wasn't like, okay, let's go get her, guys. It was just kind of, you know, sitting there very somber and brooding, which he does frequently, but I think he just kind of sank in and realized that she's gone, in whatever sense of the term you want to use that as. But I'm curious to see where the next episode's going to go, because if he's going to accept it, what is he going to try and do? Like, we know when Connor was taken, he kind of, I don't want to say gave up, but stopped trying. So is he going to stop trying for Cordelia? You know, he said she looked beautiful, she looked happy, and where she belongs, you know, she's home finally. So is he just kind of, you know, that's where she is. You know, they never really got to say goodbye. So is he just going to kind of leave it at that and know that she's somewhere that she's happy? But then we always just have, you know, the previous episode as well. The last, like, 4 seconds of the episode is Cordelia, and that's the only piece we get to see of her in the whole episode. And same with this episode, and she's just saying, like, guys, like, I don't want to be here, like, bring me back. And the first thing that came to mind was Buffy. When Buffy goes to heaven and her friends think she's in hell, and, you know, Willow brings her back, but Buffy wanted to stay where she was. So I thought that was kind of an interesting comparison. I know Angel and Buffy haven't been, you know, in a crossover for a very long time, but that's the first thing that came to mind. So obviously it's the same, you know, show creator. So the fact that Angel knows where she is and that Angel has an angel also is a little weird. But Cordelia doesn't seem happy there, like she wants to come back. So I don't know what that means for her character. I really like Cordelia, so I'm hoping we get to see more of her, because obviously these little snippets at the end aren't really doing much. But it's interesting how they know right away where she is. And I think that's something the show does well, is when there is a mystery that the audience knows, they don't make us wait, you know, 30 episodes till we find out, the characters find out. I think that can be a bit frustrating, because obviously we know, like viewers know, that Cordelia had left at the end of season 3, but Angel has no idea. And so I'm glad they finally, you know, got caught up and we don't have to sit through, like dozens of episodes of them being like, where is she? Angel seems back to himself. His strength is back. You know, we see him forgive Wesley in this episode, which I feel like was a big step. You know, he goes to see him and we find out Wesley's kind of started his own company that's hunting demons, similar to what Angel has. And, you know, he's the boss, he's running the show and telling people what to do. And Wesley didn't seem overly happy to see Angel. I don't know. It's hard to read their relationship right now, because I feel like Angel is being genuine. He's like, I forgive you for taking Connor. Like, I had lots of time to think, basically. And, you know, this is the realization I came to. And we know in the dinner scene at the beginning of episode 1, you know, Wesley had a seat at the table. So I feel like this is something he's been wanting to say and now finally has the chance. And we don't see this big, like, hug, you know, it's okay, I forgive you too. Like, Wesley still kind of gives him the cold shoulder, and maybe Wesley's not in a place where he can forgive him. I don't know if that will ever happen. But I think Wesley might not be saying it with his words, but is showing it with his actions, where he gives, you know, Angel this huge folder of everything on Cordelia, and maybe that's his way of saying, like, okay, like, I'm still trying to keep something going here. Like, if he didn't care about Angel at all, he wouldn't have put the time and effort into find Cordelia. Or maybe it was because he cares about Cordelia. You could also make that argument. And, you know, he's got all this research, and I think deep down he still cares about them. Maybe isn't ready to be part of the group like they used to be, but he obviously still has some interest in their well-being. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how that dynamic's gonna go, but I'm glad Angel at least came to that peace for himself. And he knows that Wesley and Lila are sleeping together. He says he can smell it on her, which is just weird to think about. But I don't know how Wesley is using Lila, because I'm sure there's some kind of motive. And obviously they're sleeping together as well. And we know their conversations are short, but I feel like there's something lingering, something going on there. I don't think he has genuine feelings for her, but I think there's some ulterior motive, whether he's trying to get information or he's just trying to, like, keep tabs on her. I'm not sure just yet, but I feel like something will be revealed later. Please no spoilers, but yeah, I never would have predicted that the two of them would have ended up together. And of course we meet Gwen in this episode as well, who I really liked her character. I hope we get to see her again. They definitely left it, you know, open-ended with her just taking off after this heist and basically letting Angel have this axis, even though she was supposed to sell it. But we obviously saw how that double cross went, and she knows that Angel is maybe not a vampire just yet, but she knows something is different about him because he didn't have a reflection. I don't know how much she knows about other supernatural lore, given that she has these abilities. I would assume she would be familiar with other things, but you never know. It definitely reminded me of a book called The Power, where women have this electrical current, running through their fingertips, which is what she had as well. And to see her backstory, at first I was like, oh, is this going to be like a flashback to Cordelia? Because we haven't seen a ton of her recently. And no, it's a whole new character. So yeah, I really hope we get to see her again, because I think her and Angel had good back and forth. I think she would be a good addition to the team. And she's, obviously working this kind of underground way with her powers of stealing things. That's how she's, surviving. And to see Gwen continuously try to shock Angel and nothing happened. She's like, why aren't you toast? And to see his heart restart as well was definitely unexpected. So yeah, I'm curious to see if that comes into play later on, because that doesn't fully make him human, obviously, but it was definitely an interesting moment. And I feel like I said, everything in the show is intentional. They would have included that scene if it wasn't, important. So yeah, that was interesting. And I'm glad she was able to bring Gunn back to life, because, he was gone for a few minutes there and it was terrifying. And poor Fred. And I know they've killed off characters in this show before, especially with, Doyle, and even Cordelia is technically dead, which I don't even want to think about or how that's going to work. But to see Gunn just be killed off that quickly and that suddenly was very tough to watch. And we obviously see Fred break down later in the episode as well, because she's just, exhausted. Angel was gone. It was just her and Gunn for a while, and feel like she's been carrying this team on her shoulders, and it's just basically exhausted. And the thought that Gunn would suddenly just leave her and she'd be on her own was obviously too much to think about how she would cope and how she would get through. And I feel like Cordelia was some of that leadership role, but now that she's gone, Wesley's gone, obviously. Fred has had to fill some pretty big shoes and skills that aren't necessarily her, strong suit. And obviously Cordelia and Wesley had a much longer history with Angel. So I think, it's just a lot of things to be happening all at once. So I definitely felt bad for her, and I'm glad, Gunn was okay. Connor was in very few scenes in this as well, just a couple, as Lila's basically watching him like pray and saying she's like, oh, he could use a big sister. And he didn't talk at all in the scenes he was in. We just see him, sleeping outside because he has nowhere to go. He doesn't know anybody, and he's stuck. I don't know if he could go back to his other dimension if he wanted to. And we know the aging process there is also very, very fast. So I'm hoping him and Angel can reconnect at some point, but I can definitely understand why they would want their space for now, because he did this horrible thing to Angel, and it sounds like Angel is forgiven him already. And it's definitely interesting to see Angel be a parent, and he says that he just made a mistake, and he's being very compassionate towards Connor and giving him space to figure things out, but also told him to leave, which was very understandable, and telling Connor that he loves him, but you can't stay, basically, as we saw in the previous episode. So I don't know what that means for Connor's character. I'm assuming they'll have to rekindle at some point, because he can't just wander around aimlessly LA forever, or if Lila will take him to the dark side. So yeah, I'm curious to see what Connor's fate will be. I think the makeup and prosthetics that they had for that demon that Angel met with were super creepy, with this, veil, and, all in black with these kind of broken wings as well. And the way she would just kind of like scratch him and run away, almost like mischievous, and, playing tricks on him and not really giving him a straight answer also, which we've seen, anytime they go ask for help, it's always some convoluted message where they have to do, a bunch of other tasks to find out the truth. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. I'm curious to see where this season's gonna go. It's still very early on in the 4th season, and I'm glad they finally know where Cordelia is. I don't know what they're gonna do with that information. It doesn't sound like Cordelia wants to be where she is. I hope Fred can, figure out a way to cope with this, or maybe the guys can help out more, because she's obviously feeling overwhelmed with everything. To see them pack up Cordelia's apartment was really sad, and, them just processing everything, because they said, they can't afford to pay her rent. She's not there. They don't know when she's coming back. And even before they knew where she was, it sounded like Fred had kind of given up on it, and she was gone from, LA for a while as well when she was in Pilea. So the fact that she could kind of, relate to this a little bit, she's like, when you come back, you think your things are going to be there, but they're not. And, Dennis the ghost keeps putting the books back as she's packing them up. Lila and Wesley are obviously still together. We had, Elliot from Wolfram and Hart trying to buy this Axis. We met Gwen, who's, like I said, I really, really liked her character. I hope she sticks around. And the actress's name that came up for her, I did recognize, but I can't place it at the moment, so I'm going to have to look it up now that I finished watching. It was nice to see Angel forgive Wesley for everything that happened, and there was some good comedic moments. I'm glad Gunn was able to come back to life and she was able to shock him, and I'm sure that was very traumatic for Fred to witness. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. This X-Men school, very monochromatic and this all red and no touching. It's so creepy with like this veil and like these kind of broken wings, and calls him the champion as well. Okay, zap him back to life, girl. Sees the no reflection. She brought his heart back. Oh my, that's a trigger word. That's one way to do it. Yeah, use science against them.